Thank you. Now, a group of Victorian teachers have launched an online petition calling for a blanket return to remote learning. They say the decision to send senior secondary and specialist students to school puts the health of teachers, children and their families at risk. They fear the state will see a repeat of the outbreak at Altaqua College, where more than 100 people have now been infected. For more, I'm joined by one of the Victorian teachers behind the petition, Manolia Mustafa. Thank you for joining us. Why have you started this petition and why are so many teachers backing it?
We started the petition because we were concerned about being being singled out. At the moment, we've got a lockdown in Victoria. Gatherings are limited to 2 people. Everyone else is told if they can work from home, they must work from home. And we know that we are able to do this as well. Yet we are being sent to schools when we see highest numbers of COVID cases in the state. The second wave seems to be worse. We're also seeing the Chief Health Officer say that senior students are spreading the virus in Altaqua College, which is the biggest outbreak in Victoria. New information is coming out that child-to-child spread is more apparent in Victoria, and we're concerned about that.
Is that right, though? Because chief medical authorities say it's okay to send kids to school. Originally, they said you've got more risk in the staff room than the classroom, and reports out of Altaqua is that it was brought to the school by a teacher who had been to an extended family gathering. That tends to support the authorities, doesn't it?
But the authorities themselves, the Chief Health Officer said the reason that the Altaqua example is so widespread is because senior students spread the virus like adults do, and new information, because they're doing more testing in Victoria, shows that child-to-child spread is more apparent. I'm not making this up. This is what the Chief Health Officer is saying. We talk to Chief Medical Officers all the time as well, virtually every day, and they say kids get it very mildly compared with the more vulnerable, which are senior members of our community. One of the issues for a lot of families, though, is it's all very well to say work from home, but if you've got to teach from home yourself as a parent, particularly if you've got primary school kids, you can't do both. Essential workers can send their students to school. So if you're a teacher, a senior school teacher, and you have primary age children, you can send them to school. And I'm for essential workers sending their students to school because then you would have less numbers on campus. But you said that students get a more mild case. They are surrounded by adults. What about the safety of these adults? We've also been told that masks should be worn in areas where you can't socially distance, but teachers are not being recommended to wear masks.
All right. Really appreciate your point of view. Thanks for joining us. Here's that.
Thanks.
Well, still to come this morning, Julia Gillard.